Hello, I'm Rue and welcome to my gaming channel, Rue Gaming, where we will review, talk about and play some games. Hello, welcome back to the World of Warcraft patch 732-735 in comparison. Right, this is the 5th video in the series, and already we're taking, quite a bit of time doing these videos, and the level gap is becoming a bit bigger. I mean, at the moment it's noticeably 2 levels difference between 732 and 735. 735 on the bottom, 732 on the top. Now, we're in Westfall now, and we're making good progress with the quests there. And, we've not long hit the realm of being sort of level 13 in 732 and level 11 on 735. Fairly close to each other when they actually dinged. So, oh, someone else is just eating. Right, see what that was. Right, and yeah, we're just slowly going through the quests. Now, we've done more quests on 735 to get to this point. We've actually cleared the whole Elven Forest zone on 735. 732, we got most of it done, and then progressed on to Westfall. Now, what you'll notice here as well is on 735 we'll eventually clear all the quests in Westfall, and then move on to Red Ridge. When 732 we'll get most of them done, the vast majority of them done in fact, and then move to Red Ridge. Now, I'm not overly chuffed about having to go to Red Ridge. I'll be honest, it's one of my least favourite zones. Mainly because I don't like what they did to it, because it's just too face roll easy basically, and it's just, yeah, I've done it lots of times in the past. I mean, when vanilla, me and my mates actually would go out of our way when we're leveling to go to Red Ridge, and actually, because you got the whole area where the elite ogres were, and it's just, that was actually a lot of fun, and there's like risk, like it felt like a challenge back in the day, but nowadays it's just, pretty much a face roll for it. Right. So, yep, we're at the garrison, the Westfall garrison, on 732, pushing through, carrying on. And this has always been a zone I've liked to do, mainly because of the quest chain that leads into the Dead Mines. I don't know what anyone else's opinion about Dead Mines now, with regards to story. The whole thing about I can't remember the chap's name. The main bad guy at the end is actually his daughter. Van Cleef, Edwin Van Cleef, that's the one. It was Van Cleef's daughter in this version, whereas originally, you're up against him himself, and you got the story there. And I know the backstory behind it was they'd basically been messed about by the nobles of Stormwind, and but partly because of Lady Presta, sort of leading everyone astray and guiding everyone the wrong direction. And turned out to be Onyxia. Who knew? Yay! And obviously you've got the whole story continuing in the Burning Steppes, I think, into the Black Rock Mountain, and then obviously into the dwarf area, the dwarf quest zones, the Black Rock depths. And then obviously, you go through there, you rescue Mr. Windsor. I can't remember what rank he was, but you save him, and then you go through a little bit of a chain to go to kill Onyxia. Nice little bit of story there. The memory's a bit vague. I'm not taking this from anything I've read or anything like that. Recently, it's all. Oh, I'm trying to do this from memory, so yeah. But no, no, it used to be a lot of fun. But now it's just like you go there, flashback, or your dad's dead. It's like, but no, right, back on track. Yeah, this zone is one of my favourites. My all-time favourite, I think, I would have to say, would be Duskwood. And Duskwood was where I wanted to be at now. When they did the level scaling, I'll be honest, I did actually hope they would start Duskwood at about 15. But because they haven't started at 15, that means I've got to go to Redwood Mountain for a little bit. Because by the time you've cleared all the quests in in Westfall and now in Forest, you're not level 20. You're nowhere near level 20. You're close-ish, but you're not there. You're not definitely not there. Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm trying a few things to try and sort out the audio. I'm not happy with it myself at the moment. I had less echo and other issues and reverb or whatever when I was doing when I did the first video, but I had people say they couldn't hear me. I've corrected that so they can hear me, but I have echo and all sorts of stuff. So I'm trying to play around with different things at home to try and fix that. So if you've got any suggestions to limit echo and reverb, then yeah, all suggestions are welcome at this point. But hopefully this one's going to be a bit better. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, back on track. So the pacing for the leveling is starting to looks like it's slowing down a little bit on 732, and 735 is catching up a little bit. So it's not 78%. So it's nearly at level 12. And then 60%. Oh, 78. Okay, I take that back. I do actually take that back because look, 95. Yeah, I'm pretty much about to go and level up. Boom, there we go, 14. Right, that's 732, 14. Yeah. It's just the sheer speed and the lower amount of XP that's required is just blasting through. It is faster, I think, at this point. I can say it is faster to level up on 732. But is it fun? Well, if you return to the game or new to the game, then I would say no, it's not more fun. If you're trying to speed level, then it would have been, but obviously you can't do that now. It's well in that way now because 732 is gone. We're on 735 now. You can speed level in 735, but it's not as fast as it was in 732. Okay, it's possible still though, just not as effective. There we go, 735. So that's 12 and 14. So yeah, the gap with regards to speed of leveling, how based on what I've seen so far and what other people have said in other videos I've seen online, it is going to take longer and longer and longer and longer the higher the level goes to level up. Now, I think the proof I've got there with this video series I've got is, I think in the next video, or maybe the video after, I'm sure, I think about the next video, we're going to hit level 20. the first 732. And there's another, at least another 3 or 4 videos of 735 to get to level 20. Now, obviously I'm going to do the videos of all of them just for completion, so that you can actually see there was a difference. Yeah. Like I said, this is my first attempt at doing videos. It's to try and show people who want to return to the game that there is a bit of a challenge there. Now, funny enough, I had a chat with a couple of friends at work. Now, they come and go, keep returning and leaving from World of Warcraft, and one of their biggest complaints was the game just didn't seem to have any challenge anymore, didn't seem to have any difficulty to it. But you're talking about people who effectively only raided up to level 60. Some of them did, some of them didn't. You're talking about people who only did solo content up to maybe 80, 90. And they haven't played Warlords. They haven't played Legion. They've got quite a lot of low-level characters, and it's that experience which gets them hooked, and they're just they've lost interest. This is kind of it's for those people, like people with friends, and for some of our relatives as well, who've left the game. Just trying to do this video, just trying to show them that there is a bit of challenging. Now, the next series I'm going to be doing shortly is going to be on Alpha. I mean, we've got a release date for Alpha now, which I'm really chuffed about, 14th of August. So, mark that in your books, people, if you're a Warcraft enthusiast and love the game. 14th of August. That's when the Battle for Azeroth will commence. Now, I'm not going to do a comparison video with 735 versus, say, Alpha. It's going to be basically the same experience with a difference. Now, I touched on this on the last video. Global cooldowns, yes. So all abilities being on a global cooldown. I think this is roughly 1.5 seconds. Now, with some abilities, that will mean less time waiting for them to come back up. Others, more time waiting for them to come back up. Basically leveling it out a bit, so every 1.5 seconds you'll have an ability that you can use, but you've got to choose which one you want to use. Bit of thought going into it. It's like at the moment with on 735, 732. Every time I switch mobs, I'm basically going for Victory Rush, get some health back, and boom, straight in there. But then I'm going to wait for either Slam or I never remember the ability. You can see it. It's like my second ability on both characters. The big axe. I'm sounding a bit noobish here, but I keep forgetting what it's called. Yeah, it hits hard anyway, but you have to choose between that and Slam, depending on your circumstances and what you're doing. And likewise, you'd have to choose between those two abilities and Execute when you hit 20% of your opponent's health. So yeah, having them on cooldown, you've got to think about it, work out what you're going to do. Some people have said this is a good thing, some people have said it's a bad thing. Now, with regards to the low level experience, it'll slow things down more. I mean, I've found that even with 735, you get a load of mobs together, you rush in, and as long as you're taking them one at a time and keep getting your health back up, you can obliterate the crap out of them. You can really destroy them. Now, it's a bit risky because you can get low on health, You don't die. Well, you could die, but you get low on health. Now, add alpha to that same challenge. You're likely, more than likely, if you're not careful, going to die if you pull the same amount of mobs because you've got a 1.5 second wait between every ability. Now, with some classes, they're going to compensate by lowering the cooldown, like rogues. They're quick. They're just quick and like ninja-like. It's like really rapid. Yeah? And then on the other end of the scale, you've got a mage who will be casting massive spells which do a ton of damage. They don't need to be fast. They do a lot of damage. And then you've got like warlock is like a load of dots. You need that to be quick and do moderate damage. Not as quick as a rogue though, and definitely not as slow as a mage. See what I mean? Then you got your old paladin or even your arms warrior. They want to hit slow and hard. If they balance it right, it's going to be good. Yeah, I mean, I've not had the chance to actually play it, but this is my understanding at this point. I've got alpha access, and I've got to, I'm going to crack on with this series so I can start doing that one. Let's have a look at the experience points now. So 80% XP, 732. 89. Yeah, so there is an occasional. The average seems to be about 2 level difference. I mean, as I mentioned, it will increase. It will increase. The gap will increase. But at the moment, it's kind of close because I've done more quests to get to this point with 735. They get more XP rewards, but then you need more to level. So 13. Also, the quests I'm doing on 732. I mean, I'm nearly at the end of 732 now. I'm going to go to Red Ridge, and there'll be a lot more XP can be my way then. Because there's no scaling involved. I'm nearly at the. Well, I think I am at the point more or less at 732 where I'm not getting enough XP to actually make it worth staying, which is why people always move on to the next zone. We've got 16% more before it's not worth being here anymore. Whereas 735, finish it, because it goes to 60. I'm doing a bit of waffling on as well, but I'm just trying to get the point across. Don't repeat myself a lot. I apologise, but because like I said, this is this series is it's not just a way of advertising the fact that the game is worth playing to people who've left, especially if they want to come back afresh. It's also like an experiment for me to see if I can sustain YouTube. I can do regular updates, regular releases, and just still have fun while I'm doing it. Now this is the first of the longer videos. It's like 29 minutes long. The last one was 27. Hereafter, they're about 30 minutes long each. But I'm not just talking about this sort of stuff, about the level experience. I'm talking about the game itself, the levels, the zones, and so on and so forth. On Alpha, I'm going to do things a little bit different. I like the undead zones, so I'm probably going to have an undead character, as I'm just like, I want to test the leveling experience and the effect of the changes in alpha on the leveling experience. I'm also going to be testing high end things and see what it's like with the whole the replacement artifact system. But maybe just having a bit of rum and coke. Yeah, doing all right so far. Right, here we go. 732. I think we're about to go level 15. And then leave this zone. Boom. There you go. Level 15. Right, and that's where I move on to Red Ridge Mountains. Oh, sorry, I'm having another drink. Right. Now, did you see that jump there, actually? I pointed out here. Gone straight from being like almost level 15 to boom. Nearly 20% into level 16. Yeah, that's the last big bit of XP you'd expect to get from 732 in Westfall. It is time to move on to Red Ridge Mountains. See, just that's the thing that got me right there. Look, see, 732. Looking at the map, saying, "Can I go?" He goes, "Dustwood." No. Duh. Can see my brain ticking over. Yep, there you go. You see me making the decision that I'm going to go to Red Ridge Mountains. Now, I was actually cursing the game at this point. I don't want to go there. But I'll go there, as you're about to see. 732, so look at that. So 28%, yeah, doing well. Still a fair distance to go with the quests. I'm just wasting time now. 1732, so I'm sat there. I could be levelling. Oh yeah, we'll do this bit and go. Yeah. Includes daughter. One thing that I wish they did do in Battle of Azeroth is actually update and change the other zones to sort of match world events. Now, this is something I've heard other people mention before. Because, let's face it, at this point in time, you're going through this leveling experience, you've got all Van Cleave's daughter, everything going on, and going on about the king, King of Stormwinds, government corruption, blah, 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 that sort of stuff. But that was aimed at Varian, who at this point is dead. And Underwind's on the throne, so that they should reflect that. Maybe show further escalation in Westfall of the sort of overall problem, or maybe even to tone it down a bit. Here we go, 732. I'm going to clear out and go to Red Ridge Mountains. Via the east. Well, logging camp. Yay. Just so I've got the flight path. So. There you go. So, 732, I am leaving Westfall. Bye, Westfall. See you later. Going to Red Ridge Mountain to get the last 5 levels, which I'm going to do reasonably quickly in comparison. Soon, quite soon in the videos, we're going to go switch to proper 4K single screen. I mean, the split screen thing being the first sort of attempt at doing the videos was a bit of a stab in the dark to fall and sort of a bit complicated for what my experience level is. But no, I think I got the hang of it. It seems all right. Yeah. Now, I think I mentioned this last video. Apologise if my voice is a bit off or whatever. That I'm breathing because I actually have a bit of a chest infection at the moment. Feeling a bit ill last week, a bit of a cold. All the kids have been ill, everything else, and I've already got breathing problems and stuff anyway. But I've now got a little bit of a chest infection and antibiotics again. So yeah, if I do sound a bit off and cold, I don't sound like I've got cold or flu or whatever. Yeah, because of that. Some people are thinking, oh, you shouldn't be having antibiotics for these. It's okay. I'm on chlorothricin, which is okay to drink with, believe it or not. That's not an advertisement for drinking on antibiotics by any stretch of imagination. I'm just saying that and throwing that in there just to let you know that, yeah, don't worry, it's safe. I'm not being stupid on it. I'm not getting drunk or anything, so yeah, don't worry. Just making people aware. Obviously, I've said I'm having a drink tonight because I'm trying to relax. I had my first week back at work. That's been interesting. So yeah, I think I need a drink after that. I mean, this game's been quite a big part of my life for quite a few years, to be honest. My missus thinks it's cute that I like playing games, especially at my age. But yeah, and she sat in the other room the way watching a horror film of some description. In case you're wondering why I logged out there, by the way, in 735, at that point I actually stopped and went to bed, basically, because it was early hours. And I resumed 11 o'clock the next day. So yeah. Well, actually, I'm not sure if it was, I can't remember if it was early hours or not, but I know I was very tired. I went to bed anyway. It was late for me. And it's 11 o'clock at night now, as I've resumed it. As you probably already guessed from what I've said in the last videos or whatever, I didn't do the audio at the same time as doing the video. I thought it would be easier to do the recording with an old video and then add audio to it doing the commentary. Now, in the alpha videos I'm doing, I'm going to shake it up a little bit. I am going to do the audio recording of the game footage as I'm playing it, to try and give people a bit of a live reaction of what I think of the game in its development state. There we go, so I'm starting doing the quest in Redwich. Well, we're coming up to the end of the video now, so we'll pick up from this in the next one, and that should be the end of 732, I think, in the next video, or soon after. Alright, so see you in a bit. Well, that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a like or click subscribe if you want to see future content. And don't forget to click the bell if you want to get notifications when I do upload new videos. Okay. So for now, thanks again. And until next time, see ya and good gaming.